I want you to think and raise your hand if you have an idea or already know what we mean when we say identity. Charlotte?
Well, pretty much everybody has an identity. And an identity is like your name and your address and your phone number. That's kind of your identity. Like if you're on the iPad, it's like when we were talking earlier. If you're on it, somebody can find out your identity.
Okay.
On a certain
Let's build on to that. Susie?
Your identity is kind of like who you are as a person and like what you like. And like if you do things, then people will think of that as your identity. Like if you're really mean, then people might think of you as having mean would be in your identity, but if you're nice, then nice would be inside of your identity.
Like that. And one last one, Millie?
Well, and identity is like, my identity would be I'm American and Iranian. So there's different types of identity, and this is another type of identity. It's like showing that you are Alex would be Armenian, Hana would be Indian. American.
Exactly. So when we are doing our identity, when we're talking about identity this afternoon, we are thinking of really two questions in mind, which are, who am I? And what makes me me? So that's what we're going to focus on. And the activity that we're going to do is called an identity map. And so I'm going to show you by starting mine. So you're all going to have a blank piece of paper, and you're going to put your name. And then, I'll take questions in a minute. And then you are going to write at least 5 aspects of your identity. Any 5 things that you say relates to the questions, who am I or what makes me me? And so for me, I'm going to put 2 things. Part of my identity is that I'm Latina. You probably got that hint with my last name, DeSantiago, meaning my family is Mexican American. So I am Latina. Maybe I would write Mexican American. That's just one thing. Another part of my identity is that I grew up in Texas. And in Texas, for some reason, people have a lot of state pride. So it is a part of my identity that I'm Texan, if that's where I'm from. So those are 2 things. And so I would think of at least 3 more things to put in my identity. And your identity map can look however you want it to look. And I actually did this last year with my 2nd graders. Maybe I can. So, yeah, it's a little blurry. But you can see that for one student, they did a list of different things. Someone put their name in the middle and did like an actual map. And there are more lists. So that's what you all are going to do about your own identity. I'll stop right there. Are there any other questions? See.
If you want, can you do more than 5?
That is a great transition, Sadie, to so must-haves. You must have your name somewhere on it. You must have at least 5 words or phrases that describe parts of your identity. You must give your best effort to your identity map because we're actually going to display it either in the room somewhere or out in the hall for everyone. So we want you to be proud of the map that you create this afternoon. And then may-haves, if there are more than 5 that come to your mind, yes, you can have more than 5. You can add color, and the reason I said that was a may have is because maybe it is part of you that you like black and white, and so I don't want to say that you have to have color. So that is an option. And then you can add pictures if you want. So maybe I would go back and add a Texas flag or something. Yes, Margo.
Are you allowed to say
I'm going to say no, and that is also a great one last point before I let you go work, is that you're going to do your own quiet reflection. And as we're making our maps, I actually want it to be as quiet as possible when we're making it, so that the seriousness of really thinking about our identity and working on this activity comes through. But if you have questions, like if you need help spelling a word, Mrs. H.S. and I are perfectly fine coming around and helping you. But it should be pretty quiet. And then we'll do another activity after we have about like 15 minutes to grade our maps. So as you head back to your seat, table managers, on the counter I put the paper for your group, so if you'll grab the paper and the bins and bring it back to your table so we can go. Bum, bada, bum, bum.
Bum, bum.
Thank you, Carol, for your eyes. Thank you. Pause for a minute. So to close our activity, I understand that you might not be done and you can take it home to continue working on it over the weekend. But just to close our activity, what you're going to do is you're going to leave your identity map at your desk when I say go. Then you're going to stand behind your desk, push in your chair, and we're going to just do a quick gallery walk. So you're going to look at what your classmates created, keeping in mind that some of our classmates' work is unfinished, so we're not judging. We're not looking at the map to decide, oh, this person is an artist, or this person had like 10 things, so clearly they're more awesome than someone else. No, we're just looking, noticing, and then when you finish looking at your classmates' work, just come have a quick seat on the carpet. Okay, so go ahead and stand up, push in your chairs. That way we don't trip. And go ahead and take a couple of minutes to see what your classmates worked on during this time. before we go to Spanish, I just want to debrief. What were some things that we noticed? Not specifics, like, oh, I noticed that so-and-so said that they were Latina, but maybe, oh, I noticed that people wrote down a place as a part of their identity. Maybe what were some things that you noticed in the last minute that we have? Hannah.
A lot of people said where they were from.
So maybe where they were from. Lola.
A lot of people said if they said if they have a dog or a cat or a fish or something.
So maybe a pet was a part of people's identities. Alexis.
Hobbies.
Hobbies. We did notice a lot of hobbies. Anything else? Yes, Anna.
If they would have like their favorite colors.
Maybe a favorite color. Maybe one more. Grayson.
Well, some people wrote down like if they were say Irish or
So maybe something I can call it a heritage, where you're a country that your family came from. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for starting. This was a strong start to our social studies unit because we're going to talk a lot about where people are from. If you notice the questions on our social studies timeline, thinking about our identities will really help us to study other cultures.